This the TempahZone podcast.
But right now, I gotta talk about Young Thug. Now, Young Thug was released from prison, and he violated his probation. And because of that now, he must undergo 2 drug tests a week. Now, you're probably wondering, what did Young Thug do to get himself in this situation? Well, according to page 6, in September, he was indicted on 8 felony charges, and these charges include possession and intent to distribute marijuana, methamphetamine, and hydrocodone. I definitely pronounced that wrong, and I pronounced that wrong because I don't do those hard drugs, kids, all right? So don't do drugs, all right? That's all. I'm just putting in a little PSA for the kids that might be listening to this podcast, all right? Don't mess with a drug you can't pronounce. All right? That's just messed up. Don't mess with drugs at all. I'm putting out the wrong message. All right? But you know what I'm trying to say, all right? In the month before all this happened, Mr. Thug was booked on a felony weapons possessions charge that came from an arrest that happened at a David Buster's in Hollywood following a party and a birthday party that he had at that time. Now, with all this happening, the only thing I can really think to myself is, what do you expect from a dude named Young Thug? I mean, really? Did you really think that he would pass a drug test? Did you really think Mr. Thugga, would do well with this? Nah, man, you're gonna fail that drug test, man. And this is where I start to get a little upset, you know what I'm saying? Because, man, the way the system's set up, you know, this just ain't right, you know? There needs to be another way the system can set this up. Because I guarantee you that Young Thug, you know, failed a drug test because of marijuana. And, like, for some weed, the way that, you know, Stephen A. Smith says it, but, you know, Stephen A's against it, but I'm for it. Like, you know, so you want to smoke weed, go ahead, man. Ain't nothing wrong with some weed. Weed ain't never killed nobody. But really, like, for some weed, somebody gonna go back to prison? Are you for real? That's really what's going on? Man, get the hell out of here with that bullshit, man. That's stupid, all right? That's just not smart, okay? Because the way I see it is that marijuana don't hurt nobody, so therefore why should somebody go to jail for it? And it's like legal in Mass states. Mass is gonna have, I think by the time this podcast comes out, there'll be 2 dispensaries that'll be selling recreationally. Like, it's ridiculous that he had to serve prison time for this bullshit. I mean, it's unbelievable. I mean, luckily he's out and he's doing his thing, but you know, the thing I've realized is that, you know, we don't want to see Young Thug go to prison, man. Young Thug's too important to hip-hop. And for a while, I wasn't really on board with the Young Thug train. I really wasn't for some reason. His sound was very different. But, you know, through the years, I started to like it more and more and more and more and started to realize his nuance and everything different that he was doing. Young Thug, man, is just, he knows what to do on a track. He knows how to sound unique. And that's why I don't like Gunna. I'm just going to randomly throw in Gunna in there. Gunna sounds like Young Thug light. And I don't like that. I mean, like, it's like, yo, like, if I just want to listen to this sound, let me just go to Young Thug. But anyway, I mean, not shit on Gunna. Like, the Young Thug, man, is a very important figure in hip-hop, man. Man, you heard the song Sin with Jane Smith? Like, the things that man does with his voice, you know, and I did it again. Like, like, who's doing that, man? Ain't nobody doing that with their voice, man. He's using his vocals in ways that we've never really seen before, you know? So, Young Thug is getting his credit. He even got a co-sign from Sir Elton John, man, and that right there threw me off. I did not expect a co-sign from Mr. Sir Elton John. Well, Sir Elton John. I just like throwing Mr. at the beginning of people's names. But anyway, Young Thug, it's good to see him back out. I saw him at the Astro World Festival that Travis Scott had, and he looked like he looked happy. You know, everybody was saying what's up to him, and it was really good to see because Young Thug doesn't deserve this, man. I mean, he's got 8 felony charges, but you know, it's not like he's, you know, hurting people like that. You know, he's not, you know, physically harming someone by his own hand. So I don't think he deserves any of this. And it's good to see him out. And hopefully, man, we can get some new music from him, because Young Thug pumps out music, man, like McDonald's pumps out burgers. It's just like, yo, here we go, take that. That's Young Thug, man, with the music. So it's good to see him back out, man. And I hope that he doesn't go back to prison. I really don't. And hopefully it's not for a long time. You know, he needs to stay out of there, man. Like I said, the way the system's set up, man, they need to do it differently. You know, we all know how systemic it is, and, you know, how the system, you know, just puts you back in the place that you were before, and it's hard to get out of it. And that's so unfortunate. We need to completely abolish all the things that the government has done with the system, and, you know, redo it and find a better way so that people don't go back to prison for some weed. You know, it's ridiculous, man. But it's good.